Greetings, this is Skyler SAUNDERS saying, what's current? Okay, this is news. Lil Durk is locked up behind the wall, behind the jail walls. Okay, he's behind prison bars, jail bars, whatever, this is approximation. But he's doing well sales-wise. He has the most rap, sales of any other artist currently to, this first quarter. He has at least 50 million units moved. I'm not sure if they're physical units or if those are streams, and maybe it just says units. Let me make sure. Okay, it says with 53 new RIAA, that's recording industry. Hold on, let me make sure I get the name right. RIAA. Recording Industry Association of America. Salutes. He's back. Son to Son 90. Man, what happened with the Ye Show? No Ye Show. It's not happening. That's what you can tell because I declined your I downvoted your video. I uploaded your other stuff though. That was good stuff. But I'm not talking about Ye. Not talking about Ye. I'm talking about Lil Durk and credit. Credit. We want to talk about this money. Talk about this money. All right, so you're invited to that Son to Son 90 or Andretti or James or whoever you are. But it says with 53 new RIAA certifications, Lil Durk has cemented himself with the most quote unquote hip hop, we know it's rap, certifications in 2025 and secured a place among the top 50 artists of all time with 52.5 million units. It didn't say physical units, it doesn't say streams, it just says units. The organization wrote in a post on X on Thursday afternoon. So that this is just coming out. It's just coming out about an hour ago. And it's all from him being behind bars. I mean, it's amazing. It's pretty cool. I just, hopefully he can hold his head up. He can be very receptive of this great news because I think he was denied bail. They tried to put his house up. Like they tried to put up like $3 million, I think it was, for bail, and it was denied or something like that, if I remember correctly. This is going back to last year. But so the first quarter ends, I think, in sometime in April. Salute to you. Cuddy, salute. Salute, Son to Son. Salute. So it's just, I just think it's a beautiful situation, especially if he beats the charges. Okay, this is what Son to Son said. He says, "Isn't it funny how Durk couldn't ride the drill rap wave? He had to be chosen by the industry to be its plant." I disagree with you. I think he has good music, and he has a really good sensibility about it, which means he doesn't have 3 million liquid. Yeah, true. He had it in assets. That's facts. That's true. He didn't have 3 million in assets. In liquid, he had it in assets. That's a true statement. So we have to, just dig into that. Just dig into that idea of the fact that it's all blues. This is the blues, children. Children, this is the blues. You can call it rap. You call it hip hop. You call it jazz, rock, disco, pop. It doesn't matter. It's all blues. It all comes from the womb. Even country music comes from the blues. So he's locked up behind bars, can't enjoy the fruits of his labor. That's sad. That's really sad. You can't embrace the fact that you work so hard, or you work so smart at your craft and doing the right thing, and then you get caught up. He gets caught up. He's still an innocent man. Free Lil Durk. He's not guilty. He's not guilty until proven so in a court of law. So, okay, Son of the Sun 90 says, I don't blame you for the Ye album. I'll try to leave him out of the topic of discussion. I just enjoy some tracks. Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. I just can't. Even if I were to say his album was horrible, that'd be giving him too much credit. Just the fact that I even entertained the idea of listening or watching the visuals of said album. So that's out of the way. I'm not looking for Ye. Not looking for Ye. Lil Durk from around his way, from Chicago. Another Chicagoan rapper. Lil Durk. I like Lil Durk more than Chief Keef. I think Chief Keef was like a firecracker. He was really loud. He was really brash. He was really, exciting. And then it's gone. It's like a firework, really big and loud and brash and stuff like that. But then where else did he go? He didn't go anywhere. Oh, Son of the Sun saying Durk a crash out. I don't think people should feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him. I just say it's a shame that he's not able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't have the possibility to know the legitimacy of his ideals, or in other words, the realness of what he thinks. He doesn't have that. I don't know if he's. I guess it's in a bank somewhere. I don't know, the money from those units that were quote unquote sold or streamed or something like that. It's a weird game now. I'm so confused because they still press up vinyl. I know they make vinyl, but sometimes they don't make CDs. Sometimes they just make the vinyl. That's weird. It's ironic. It's like an older technology is used rather than a newer technology. But I know why, because people want to use that retro vibe, that the actual sound recording, when you hear the pops and the snaps and the recording of the vinyl going on the disc, rotating on the platform, So I get it, I understand, but I don't think I doubt it highly that they make cassette tapes anymore. I do not think they make cassette tapes. I think they still make CDs. It just depends on what album some people want, if they want their album on CD. But mainly it's Spotify, Apple, and Tidal. And Tidal's like the last way back. But I love Tidal. I use Tidal all the time. Okay, so Son of the Sun 90 says, where did the 90 come from? What does the 90 mean? Now Chief Keef had the game on lock. Lil Durk songs wasn't popping back then. IG Herb was bigger than him. Okay. Yeah, I don't like streaming. Yeah, okay. I can respect that. That's what Son of the Sun 90. You gotta tell me what the 90 means. Where's the 90 come from? He says, yeah, I don't like streaming. So okay. I respect that. I like streaming. I love streaming. I think it's really cool how I can use my voice for music. I can say, hey, you know who, because she's gonna start talking. But and I can say whatever song I want, playlist, shuffle, and there it is, right there, bam, for what, $12.99 a month or something like that. It's not bad. And the artists get paid like half a like a point zero 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 0.00001 every time the song plays, I'm sure, or something like that. One of your mods blocked my OG. Oh, whoa! Why did my OG Son of the Sun account? Can you unblock it? I don't think so. But I will try. I will certainly put in the due diligence and try to see if we can unblock you. I didn't know they did that. I know they did. I don't know your account. I don't know if I can unblock an account, but I can just say, do what y'all got to do. That's all I say. Do what y'all got to do. Whatever somebody's in here, I just say, and they got a wrench, and somebody else has got a wrench. Just do what you got to do. Or if somebody doesn't have a wrench, I just say, do what you got to do. Son of the Sun 90 says, I don't like streaming because it robs the artist and the numbers are all fake. Yeah, I mean, that's why I think Tidal was what they were trying to do with Tidal. They were trying to do, high fidelity audio and get people like Madonna, Ye, Jay. Of course, Jay was behind it. He sold, I think, his shares. I don't think he maybe like a overseer of the 90s because he's a 90s. Oh, well, I'm an 80s baby. I'm old. I'm older than you. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think the numbers are crazy. It's like you're getting a penny for what? You get $100 for 1 million streams. Are you seriously? Like that's messed up. That's really messed up. If you get $100 for 1 million streams, there's something wrong with that. Something is seriously wrong with that whole power. I don't know if that's a fact on any of the streaming services, but that seems like that's what the idea is. Okay, don't worry. I respect it. Yeah, salute. Salute. Respect. Man, Jay robbed all them artists on that platform. You gotta come back. You gotta come at me with hard facts and reality. I cannot, respect. I mean, I respect you saying that, Son of the Sun 90, but you gotta come at me with actual stats and facts, because there was a lot of artists that they did like a whole press conference. They had people signing. The first person that came to mind was Madonna. Madonna came up there. A few people came. Ye was up there. Jay was up there. A few more people, but I actually respect the fact that Tidal was a good. Yes. Son of the Sun 90 says Tidal was a good idea. Tidal started a bidding war with Apple for Drake, and look what happened. Exactly. So that's the reality of that. That's how sincere this is. No one was happy with Tidal at the end of the day. Okay, I can respect. I definitely. I'm surprised it's still around. To be honest with you, I'm surprised. You're exactly right. I'm still surprised that I can even listen to it, because this is the thing. This is the reason I don't have Spotify, but they have certain songs on there or albums on there that Apple doesn't have, and Tidal has certain albums that Apple has, but Tidal doesn't have certain albums that Spotify has. Like it's just depends on who you go to and depends on who you have. But I'll probably blend that into the next half hour of the show when I talk about credit. But yeah, Lil Durk, he has that song. He has a song with a country singer. He has a song with J. Cole. I think it's my favorite Lil Durk song, All My Life. You almost listen to that song, you get a lump in your throat. You might shed a tear if you're in the car and you're washing and you're cleaning down you're washing down your car. You're cleaning your house. That song it hits different. It really does, because they got the children choir. Like he went there. Lil Durk went there. Lil Durk is probably my second favorite rapper right now. I'm trying to think about who my first favorite rapper is. My favorite rapper. I can't even think about it, but he could be my second favorite. I know this is my. No, it's still not. I can't think of it. It's not Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is like my 11th favorite rapper right now. Yeah, it is. You're right. I'm not going to be contentious and like, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about, or just because it's my show. I'm not going to be like that. That's corny. Son of the Sun 90 says, man, all my life is a Happy Meal song, and he's right. It's a Happy Meal song. It makes you. It's just for, listen. It's just for easy listening. It's not, nothing too deep you got to meditate on, but it's just an introspective song that I like the tune and the melody to. So I'm gonna stand on the fact that I enjoy this song, even though Son of the Sun 90 does not like it. We just disagree on certain things. But you can call it a Happy Meal song, and I will not disagree with you on that. It's what it is. But yeah, so it's amazing, kids. It's amazing, children, friends. Lend me your ears. it's very it's very potent, you know, just to think about, you know, what is it like for him behind bars? Just imagine his mind state. I sold 52 million units, or streamed 52 million units, or whatever. It's the most RIAA rap certifications of this quarter so far this year, 2025. First quarter ends, I think, next month, because that's how it goes. It goes by 4 months, 4-month intervals of the timing for when to release certain projects. So it's okay. So I gotta read another quote from Son of the Sun 90 that I missed. Tidal might have made Drake bigger because Apple needed him at the time. Yeah. He signed with the same label that he is currently suing or sued in the past. I mean, that's just amazing. He signed for $400 million the last time I checked. I could be wrong, but last time I checked, it was for $400 million that he signed for. Stop it. Durk don't care about the listeners. You can always tell when an artist thinks they are bigger than the people who put them in position. Well, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's from Chicago. He made his way out of nothing. He made it out the mud. He teamed up with the right people. He teamed up with Ye. He teamed up with, I think, Drake. I'm sure he teamed up with J. Cole. And it's not just the team ups. He can stand on his own. He has his own records. So it's reality. But I'm happy drill rap is almost over. Well, yeah, I was gonna say almost. It's not quite over. It's getting there. It's nearing over. Drill rap, like, I think New York mainly took over drill rap. Took it from Chicago. Took it from under its wings. You know, I don't know if they fumbled the bag of drill rap, Chicagoans, but New York seems New York and Philly, in Baltimore. I think New York, Philly, and Baltimore really represent the drill rap scene. Talking about switches and hitting licks and, you know, some dangerous stuff. Son of the Sun 90 says, yeah, I think we can put Drake on the same one-way flight with Ye. Yeah. They're about this on the same part. And they have one song that I actually enjoyed. First, it was Ye directed the video for Best I Ever Had. And Mr. Troy Star Terrain said it's over. He told Jersey told Drake that it's over. You're not gonna. This is back in 2009. This is going way back. This is 2009. He's like, it's over. You're not gonna rebound from this. You got a trash video. Okay, you had some nice girls showing their bitties, you know, in the video, some big bitties, and they look cute and stuff like that. But it would look dark. He loses the game. I hope I didn't spoil anything for anybody. But he loses the game. It's like really corny. But Ye directed that video. So then he had on his album, Drake's first album, Thank Me Later. He had the song I Better Find Your Love, which is his worst song on that whole album. It's trash. I hate that song. So then they had they probably had some more songs together, but I don't remember them. But I remember they did have one song on Drake's More Life called Glow Up. Watch out for me, I'm about to glow. Yeah, so where's the Pusha T album? The Pusha T album is actually going to be the clips. It's Malice, back to Malice, not no Malice anymore. It's Pusha T and Malice. They'll be coming out soon. Yeah, that's always the truth. It's got the Earth, Wind, and Fire. I guess an interpolation. It's not really a sample. It's like incorporation. I guess you should say. They use the vocals of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. Whose music doesn't age well? Who are we talking about now? Whose music doesn't age well? Son of the Sun. 90. Whose music doesn't age well? Oh, Drake. It depends what song. Like Passion Fruit, the songs he sings on, I think linger more. Just hold on, we're going home. Passion Fruit, One Dance, the songs where he's singing, they pretty much are strong. You know, ironically, he's supposed to be a rapper, but his singing abilities. He's not an excellent, world class singer, to begin with, but he's able to carry a tune. But that's Jersey. But Lil Durk, we have to focus on Lil Durk. Lil Durk is he's one of the premier rappers. He's definitely on the A-list. He's an A-list rapper. He's definitely known. He's definitely widely regarded. I know we have our differences on the Sun 90 on Lil Durk, but I like his music. I like his swag. He's totally different from Chief Keef and what's the dude that said he boo-booed on himself? What's his name? Goddamn, I can't think of his name. You might know it. You might know it's on the Sun 90. He never smiles. It's not Ron. Is it Rondo number 9? It's not Rondo number 9. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Hold on. Lil Reese. That's it. Lil Reese. Lil Reese, that guy. Yes, thank you, Lil Reese. Lil Reese, he was like a hollow missile. Like he just has no characteristics, no panache, no what we used to call it back in the day. Back in my day, yeah. Back in my day, we used to call it swag. Just call it swag. You kids today, you call it the Riz or you call it drip. So that's the difference. Lil Reese had no drip. He didn't play the game. You gotta play the game. You gotta smile. First of all, if you're in the game, you gotta smile. Even if you're getting busted at the airport and going to jail for waiting your trial, like Lil Durk. Yeah, he beat a girl on camera. That was crazy. That was. And then he said he was in a fight he was held up or something like that, and he messed on himself. Lil J, I gotta look up Lil J. Do you remember Lil Mouse? Remember Lil Mouse? Lil Mouse is supposed to be the next, Chief Keef or Lil Durk. Where did he go? What happened to him? What happened to Lil Mouse? That's what I want to know. I have to look up Lil Mouse right now. Son of Sun 90. Do you see blank messages, Scott? I do. And I'm not answering any of them, and he knows why. This person knows why. Yeah, he got older. Lil Mouse. When was his last parade? He doesn't have a Wikipedia page. God damn. What the hell? He's got an Instagram. How many? He's got 1,009. He has 89,000 followers. Oh, but what we were saying, well, I don't want to go back in time. Let me not go back in time. Son of the Sun 90 says, once child rappers get older, they lose their star power. Facts. Criss Cross, Lil Bow Wow, Shad Moss, Lil Romeo. It's true. This is a fact. They lose their luster. They lose all their star power. Where is Shad Moss right now? I hope he's on an island somewhere with his residuals. So, with a female or a boy, if he's that way. I don't know, but I hope they're doing well. Chris Cross, what did I say? Romeo, Shad Moss. What's his name? Something Miller. I think it's something obviously Miller. I can't remember what his first name is. It's Master P or Percy Miller's son, Romeo. Oh, Romeo. Duh. His name is actually Romeo. Romeo Miller. But yeah, they do lose their star power. But I think that's what the difference is between people like Hove, Jay-Z, Jigga. He came in the game when he was 26. That's old. That's old. It's crazy to say, but it's old. Because Nas came in the game when he was 19. Earl Sweatshirt came in the game when he was 19. You're 26. You already lived a fuller life. You understand more about the game. That's why Jay is in the position he's in right now. Because he understands the game. He understands the reality, the facts. Son of the Sun 90 says, now Durk was smart by not signing with Meek Mill, T.I., or French Montana. True. What kind of deal does he have? Let me see what kind of deal Lil Durk is working with. Okay, he's scheduled to release Deep Thoughts tomorrow. This is good. This is a good sign because he's cheesing. Durk be cheesing. I think even Chief Keef, showing his teeth before. You don't got to be skinning and grinning, but I mean, you just flash a smile from every now and then. That lets people know you're actually a mammal. You can breathe. You can, show yourself to be some kind of a human being rather than just a street urchin. Yeah. So salute to Lil Durk for that. That's amazing feat. Just to be in the first quarter for the rappers, to achieve the RIAA certification. That's extraordinary achievement. Much respect goes out to him. Respect to him. Son of Sam. I knew I was gonna mess up one time. Son of the Sun. It's got a link for me. What it is. Oh, get shot with his friend. Police got him handcuffed with gunshot wounds. George Lil Reese. That's a terrible looking video. God damn. So, will he beat the case in your opinion, Lil Durk? I don't know. I saw the video, by the way. I just saw the video. That was disorienting. But I don't know. I have to weigh I always say, give me the hard evidence. Pause. Give me the DNA. Give me the not just hearsay, but actual eyewitnesses. That's what I want. Okay, so that's my answer. They shot the video from a cigarette box. I guess so. Okay, we're at the halfway part. I have a question for you. Is credit king? Now, I've been experimenting with this thing now, and it's worked for me. It's working for me. I don't use my debit card. I don't use my money that comes in, every month. I use that money to pay off my credit card that I use for purchases. I use my debit card only for recurring expenses like the streaming services, Paramount, Peacock. Well, I don't pay for Peacock, but Apple, Amazon, Apple Music, Tidal. The list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, but I was able to save money this month. I was able to save 3 figures this month. I wasn't able to do that before. I had like the low tens, or I would use the credit card. I would use the cash advance, which was huge interest. It's crazy interest. You use a cash advance. Okay, wait a minute. Son of Sun 90 says, I think Lil Durk can't beat the case. He can't say someone else took his card and used it to run a car that was using that drill. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, that's some evidence. That's to be objective. You have to look at the evidence. That's why. Hey, I hope the jury looks at that evidence. Lil Durk, you watched Snowfall yet? Yeah, I watched Snowfall, but I couldn't remember that one part. What was the part that you were talking about? And let's not go in the past. But I've watched all the seasons of Snowfall. I watched every episode. The gun, the heart attack gun. Apple Music got a deal 3 months for 10. Oh, I didn't realize that. I was looking for that. But is credit king? Is credit the new cash? Like I move differently now. I use the credit card. I earn points so I can get goodies. I'm trying to get it to 1 million points, probably within 25 to 50 years. It's gonna be 1 million points, depending on how much I spend. Yeah, the heart attack gun, exactly. Heart attack. I'm trying to get an unsecured card. What is an unsecured card? I'm not familiar with that. I'm only familiar with Navy Federal Credit Union, and it's great credit. I get great rewards. I think I haven't used the rewards like 1 or 2 times. Maybe I got like a vacuum cleaner or something stupid. It was crazy. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. But I think I used it 1 time. That was like a decade ago or more. That was like 15 years ago. Yeah, that was like when I first got the card and I was just buying stuff with it. But I'm glad I'm not using the cash advance because the interest. I mean, it seems low, but it's pernicious. It gets more arduous and more hard over time. So. But I just want to know: is credit king? I'm starting to believe that credit is king. I could be wrong. I'm starting to think that credit is actually king. There are people that go move without credit. They just have cash. I don't know. That's something special. My credit scores are all over the place. Once the credit score says 754, another one says 774, another one says good, another one says excellent. Like it's a strange world to be in, but once you're in there, you're able to do it. I was paying my card off too soon. You missed the F and you missed the O, but I understand what you said. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying, Son of the Sun. Son of the Sun 90 says, I was paying my card off too soon. Son of the Sun 90 says, yeah, I got a secure credit card with Navy Fed. Did you really? Okay. I'm just going to take your word for it. Yeah, so it's the truth. I love it. I'm loving what I'm doing. It just hit me because you have to look up Dr. Jerome Brook. He's a businessman. He's a public intellectual, and he is doctorate of finance. So I think this guy kind of knows what he's talking about. So he uses like just there was somebody that typed into the live chat, said thanks for showing me how to use credit instead of cash. He was like, well, I just thought it was obvious. He's like, I thought it was obvious. You use credit, you get points, and you don't have to worry about using cash. Because I was cash poor. That's what they used to say. You don't have cash on hand, so I would use money from the credit card and channel it into my debit. But here he is, Mr. Rick James. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Will you be allowed into the Skyler Saunders show? Will you qualify? Are you worthy? Let's find out live as he explores the least in urban news fact. Sir, the audience has spoken. They want the return of the Cowboys room. That's not going to happen. Never going back there. This is the spot. They say you get $100,000 loan and then file for bankruptcy. Wow. I think that look at the video of Walker Flame. He was one of my favorite rappers. He was my top favorite rapper. Oh, I know my top favorite rapper. Tyler. Tyler the Creator is my favorite rapper. Lil Durk is number 2. I don't know who number 3, number 4, number 5 are. I don't know who my top favorite rappers of the moment. My all-time top favorites. I know 5. It's Mouse to the Clips, Big Boy of Outkast, Jadakiss, Twista, and Master P. Those are my top 5 all time. My current, for this moment is I can only say 2. Number 2, Lil Durk, and number 1, Tyler the Creator. I wouldn't say Tyler Perry. Yeah. But how you get in? Whoa, Son of the Sun 90 says, but how you go and spend that $100K? This is what I was about to tell you. There's a great video of Walker Flame break it down when I guess Donald Trump either instructed him in a video or like face to face. I don't remember how exactly he was saying it, but he was like, "This is what I learned from Donald Trump. If you get a LLC and then you put a trust, and then you put it put that trust, and then make it another LLC." And I'm just give me an example of what he was saying. It was like giving me a precise instructions on how to protect it financially and to avoid, not evade, taxes. That is a strong thing. That's beautiful. That's for everybody. That's all the billionaires. Oh, they just don't want to pay their fair share. I think they pay their fair share by being billionaires. If you become the status of a billionaire, I think you paid your fair share. If you even if you're a descendant, even if you're a heir or heiress to a fortune, you have to still maintain that money. There's a company called STRO, STROH. Look that up. Matter of fact, I'll be kind. I'll look it up for you. I'll put it in the live chat. STRO. Look up this company. This is what you call shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves, and I think it was like 3 generations, 4, maybe 5 generations. It was a multi-billion-dollar company, and went totally under. It's crazy. Look that up. Stroh. So essentially, I mean, when I first read it, I was like, drugs. It's got to be drugs. And it's a minor key. There's a minor moment of drug usage. But mostly I think it was infighting and people that couldn't handle money right. And it just went under. It was a beer making company. It was a brewery. And they just, what the hell? I mean, like I said, billions of dollars doesn't mean anything. Look what happens. Look what happened to Musk. His Teslas are getting set on fire, and that's evil and vicious and ugly. It's private property. I mean, but people are, you know, this is a good thing. I mean, this is an okay thing. People aren't buying them. That's something you can do. You can boycott the company if you like. Never trust anyone with your finances. I think that's true, James. I mean, to an extent. I mean, you have to, if you have accountants and lawyers, that can, especially accountants that can advise you on what to do with your money. I agree with that. But, I is credit king. I mean, we have to explore the idea of it being the actual king. In regard to not even accountants. Oh, Rick James, you're older than I. Age ain't nothing but a number, but you might have more wisdom than I. May have been burned in the past. I don't know. That I like to think about when I get to if I get to when I get to a point, excuse me, when I get to a point of millions or billions of dollars, I'm gonna have accountants for my accountants. That's what gets people hemmed up. Yeah, oh, my accountant he took my money, he stole from me. Yeah, I was supposed to get 100 million, only got 40 million. Crazy, that's how you hear those horror stories. Rick James says, "I wipe my blank with other people's money." You ever seen that movie? Other People's Money? It's an excellent movie. Delaware is mentioned in it. Delaware is mentioned in a lot of business movies. Delaware is mentioned in Wall Street. Delaware is mentioned in Social Network. Delaware is mentioned in Other People's Money. It's in a few movies. I had a client. We needed 22 accounts. Excuse me. Rick James says I had a client who needed 22 accounts. Excuse me, accountants. That's enough. I don't have anything in here, do I? He had 22 accountants. That's woof. Why though, Rick James? Why do you need 22 accountants? And do you use credit? Do you think credit is king? Is credit king? Okay, and money goes away, or money talks. Okay, but what I'm asking, okay, Omaclot's in the room. Everybody's doing it at the same time. If you say Diddy in the mirror 3 times, he'll appear behind you like Candyman. Yeah, with some oil and and a dump and a bar and a kettlebell and a towel. Yes, money does talk, but you have to answer my question, James. Do you use credit? Do you have a line of credit? What's your credit score? Good, bad, indifferent, fair? What is it? And if Son of the Sun is still in the room, it's cool too. If you're not, that's cool. I'd rather you be here. You're part of this dysfunctional family we have going on now. You're in credit debt. Oh wow. Last I checked, my credit score was in the three. Stop it, Rick James. Stop it. You're not. You're serious. This is the 300s. How did you do? You were an accountant. Weren't you an accountant? I could have sworn you were some kind of salesman. You were some kind of salesman. 300s. God damn. That's cold as ice. You are cold as ice. Don't do drugs. Yeah. Well, hey. Wow. That water's got you going, huh? That water's got you, drying up your bank account. Ironically. Rick. He's like, ah. And he's like, ha, ha, ha. So I don't. I guess he's feeling for him, and then he's kind of laughing with him. I don't think Son 90 is. I'm just. He says, Rick. This is the thing. Rick did a face that's like exasperated. I guess that's what it is, and like a smiley, crying, laughing face. Okay, so I hate emojis. The only emojis I like are the salute, the fist, and the thumbs up. I can understand those. My dumb ass can't, accept much else. Too stupid. um, yeah, so that's where we are right now. I think my favorite emoji is this one. Oh, I have no idea what the hell that is. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, you're a homeowner, aren't you, Rick James? Don't you own a house? Don't you have like you have money, my friend? You get a check every month, don't you? You get a check every month. You pay off all your cards on time. Is that it? Do you not pay off your cards on time? That's one of the main factors. Paying your card off on time. Who putting money on Durk books? We still talking about Durk because it's still in the it's on the line. But yeah, Durk is looking for nachos and Cool Ranch Doritos and Chips Ahoy cookies and Top Ramen noodles. Trying to keep his books together, trying to keep his commissary together. You live in an RV, so you live in a van down by the river? Is that what you're trying to say, Rick James? You live in a van down by the river? Is that true? You live in a van down by the river. You have plenty of time to do that when you're living in a van down by the river. They charge you about $300 a month for the property. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's the way I would love to live. I don't want a big house. I just want either an apartment or a small, like, those tiny houses you've seen probably on different TV shows. It's very simple. Experiences. My score is 770. My score is 774 with experience. I don't know. That's good. That's smart. Yeah. My other score says I'm 754. My other score isn't showing me at the time. Let me see if I can see it now. Probably sure. Yeah, they're experiencing problems. Too many niggas getting money. That's what the problem is. It's always been a problem. Always been a problem in America. You niggas getting money? What? Whoa, we gotta slow. Whoa, niggas is getting money. Whoa, wait. We're gonna have to either stop your money or you're gonna have to pay up. You're gonna have to pay a percentage. You're gonna have to pay a tax or something. You niggas are not just gonna get money. Come on now. Rick James says new hooker every night. Fact. Okay. You're paying a whore. That's fine. She's getting money. It's a business arrangement. Does the Marines offer? The Marines offer everything. My dumb ass didn't take advantage of my education fast enough. I'm trying to do an extension. Whatever happens with. I'm just waiting it out. See, what happens. What happens. That's what my nephew says. But I'm just waiting out, see what happens. With this housing arrangement I have right now, because I'm eligible for multiple loans on the house on properties I have. So I'm just gonna King, salute. Peace up. Peace out to you, King. I see you out there, boy. See you out there. Everyone is making an appearance tonight. Well, it's not everyone. We're at 4 people, as I can see. You might see 40,000 people, but I only see 4 people. Much respect, sir. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Water is warm. I think we have to explore this even more. Is credit king? I'm about to change my tune. I feel like Frank Sinatra. That's life. I was up in, oh my God, I was up in October. October was my greatest month ever for YouTube and vocal. I don't know if they schemed together, but I was getting paid for both sides. Son of the Sun 90 says, okay, wait. King says, UAK, I'm like, I'm locked and loaded. I know what you mean, sir. You've been locked and loaded. So what are your thoughts on the Wyoming incident? What is the Wyoming incident? Somebody kidnapped or something? I can't remember. My credit card was considered to be dormant. I was paying off too soon. Before it got reported back to the credit bureau. Oh, wow. We're not going to talk about the Wyoming incident. We're going to try to stay focused, James. Another wall got you feeling some kind of way. You feel woozy in the head. You got to stay on top for the next 9 minutes or so. But yeah, so it's beautiful. I mean, I get paid tomorrow and Saturday. That's how beautiful it is. Not like I said it right. Oh. Okay. You like the show. Thank you for liking the show. Tell other people you like the show too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, you get bag. Yes, I do get a bag. I get 2 bags every month. No taxes whatsoever. It's karma. This is all karma. I did all the right things. I did everything that was right. This is all karma coming to get me. It's falling back on me. So this is what's so beautiful. I mean, I have a credit card, and I started using the debit card at the beginning of the month, and I was like, I listened to the podcast, and I was like, So you're saying, you use your credit card? I was like, I only use my credit card for emergencies. I was like, that's my whole mindset. Credit card for emergencies. Credit card for emergencies. That's it. And then maybe, like I said, it was an emergency because my account was going to be overdrawn. If I didn't have the cash advance. The cash advance has a high, it's like a 13%. Was it 13% fee? Excuse me, 13% credit fee. Well, we got to see on topic. I can get to that on another day. So you got my word. I will talk about that. I might even talk about it tomorrow, but we will talk about that, how I became bipolar. I think I said it in a previous post before, but I'll talk about how Son of the Sun 90 wants to know how I became bipolar. You don't become bipolar. It's kind of like being a Marine. You have to earn it to be. You have to earn the right to be bipolar to person. So it's like you have to earn the right to become a Marine. You never use my cash advance. I only got to get 60 cash. Okay. Yeah, I was just using it. I was like, and then it just struck me. I was like, why don't I just use my credit card? It's got $23,000 worth of credit limit. What the hell am I doing? And then Apple sent me a card for $7,000. What am I doing? Rick James says, "Oh, my internet is choppy." Oh, whoa, someone's going crazy. Honey. Excuse me. Excuse me. I had to go take care of some business. Yeah, I'm eating good. I'm eating very well. You can say it in my face. Big chunky face. I'm trying to get rid of the chunky face. I'm at 196. 196. And counting less. That's what I'm trying to do. 196 less. Can we look forward to a new MacBook, my G? I'm not trying to get a new MacBook. I'm trying to get a new what's it called? Desktop Apple. Those things are like $4,000, $6,000. So I'm gonna be saving up for a little while. I'll probably get it sometime in October or November. The iMac, exactly. The iMac. It'll probably be around that time. You're at 250 what? 250. You're at 250. What is 250? Rather spend that money on hookers. As you should, sir. You've earned it. You've earned your way to that level. You can't be down on tricks. Tricks are part of the game. Tricks are part of the game. Some people are tricks. That's what they are. Mayweather, as according to Mr. Trollstar Train, is a trick. That's what it is. It's not. You need tricks. Tricks need homies to pay up. So a trick of send her out to someplace in Barbados in a private jet, all paid. She's getting little stones put on her back. She's sitting there. I haven't paid for cat in cash. I haven't either. Never in cash. It must have been an event. Like I took her out to eat. We went we went to a music venue. We met at a music venue. That was it. I never really said, "Hey, here you go. Here's the money, and then you're gonna give me sex." Like I never focused on sex as the end game. I focused on the fact that we had exchanged ideas. That was the thought for me. We activated. I unwrapped this woman's mind. That was the key to me. That was she said, "You're intriguing." I said, "I know. I'm the only man." I had another girlfriend. She bought me John Locke's Treatise on Two Governments. I think it's the pronunciation. Yeah, the Treatises of Government. Second Treatise of Civil Government. That's what it's called. Or the Two Treatises of Government by John Locke. She bought me that. She was the first girlfriend to ever buy me a gift. Beautiful. It's great. After a while, you start getting discounts. You get discounts because your age. I gave a smoker 2 rocks before, back in my past life. Well, you're living your best life now, everything. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, that's son of well, the discounts was Rick James, but son of son 90 says, back in my past life, were you ever tempted to buy cat? Never, never. But it's not like it's like a horrible thing. That's how the game goes. I remember Trick Daddy said never had sex that costed, and Lil Flip said me, I'm a pimp, I ain't paying for no sex. I'd rather buy a car or a new Rolex. Did you catch the show last night? I don't know what show you're talking about. Facts. Yeah. What show you? Oh, Star. Yeah, that was a great show. That was he was talking about the whole time. He was talking about how Pimp versus Sims. If your end goal is not money or mental stimulation, it's not general stimulation or mental stimulation. You're not in the game right. You know, pay the girl. That's cool. Pay her. She does her thing, and that's what happens. But to not have just go ahead and say all right, this is all about the animalistic act, which is higher than the animalistic act. It's not just the animalistic act. It's an exchange, not just of bodily fluids, but values. That's what it really is. You have to stimulate the mind. That's right. I mean, the girl, I betted with, to put it lightly, we talked about Cooper films. We talked about classical music. She was in psychology. She was in different programs at school. So I can smash any of my ex-girlfriend. See, I would have to pause on that. You can, but would you? Would it be the best idea? Would that be ideal? That's the question. All right, I have to wrap this up. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cash maybe out. Looks like credit is king. We shall see. Let me see in the next few months if my money actually grows. I'll let you know. And thank you very much again. Take care.